Hello everyone. Welcome to another life-changing episode of Madness Podcast. In this episode, we are discussing how to alleviate anxiety when meeting women. Has a similar scenario like this one ever happened to you before? You've met a pretty lady on a matchmaker website and you've both planned to hook up at a local coffee shop to meet in person for the first time. You're quite excited by this meet and greet as you think she is quite a hottie. However, once you get there, anxiety kicks in and you feel your heart about to jump out of your throat as you head to approach her. Yes, she is even more beautiful than the pictures she had shown you. This has in turn created even more anxiety, and as you go to greet her suddenly, your mind draws a blank. You look for some words desperately to pull from your mind to say to her. You've managed to stutter out a sentence and you're not even sure if it had made any sense. Well, maybe you haven't experienced that exact same scenario. However, I'm sure you've probably experienced something similar. That is just one of many examples of anxiety when approaching women. The good news is, there are ways of eliminating this type of anxiety. I will show you one of the methods you can use right now in order to put a stop to your mind drawing a blank. The first thing you need to do is to pre-plan some of your conversations with the lady in question. The absolute best way to do this is to get a piece of pen and paper to write down what you plan to talk about. Writing it down will help it sink into your subconscious so you're less likely to draw a blank when you approach her. In addition, after you have written down some topics you plan to speak with her about, read it over and over again, and play the scenario over in your mind. Plan your greeting. Make sure you make eye contact and stand with good posture. Making good eye contact and standing with good posture will give her the impression that you have high confidence. Women are very attracted to a man that is confident. Moreover, you will feel more relaxed when the positive reaction she will give when you exert this type of confidence. Write down some questions you would like to ask her. This is good for a number of reasons. It helps you get to know her better. This is quite an important detail if you want it to go further, possible relationship. You will begin to feel more at ease as you get to know her, and she's going to be as happy as a sperm whale is in squid-infested waters because she gets a great opportunity to speak about herself. Women love talking about themselves. Prepare to tell a story. Everyone enjoys a good story and it often triggers a memory for them to reciprocate one in return. Here is one of my stories that may help you trigger some memories for yourself. Therefore, you can begin planning some of your stories. This back dates to when I was 5. I love telling stories about my childhood. I was adventurous and really quite devious. I had not long started school. I wasn't particularly fond of school when I first started. In fact, I even told my mother on the first day of returning home from school that they didn't need me to go anymore. I told her they already had enough kids in the class. We were living in a house on stilts, is what I would call it. Nevertheless, back in those days, they were pretty popular, the in thing. There were 2 stairways. One was through the back door and one through to the front door. My brother, Daniel, was a few years younger than myself, so he would wait at home for me each day by the front door, but would never see me come through it. Therefore, curiosity got the better of him and he asked me how I get inside the house after I finish school each day. I told him I had magical powers and that I could walk through walls. He was very amazed and asked if I could give him the power to walk through walls as well. I obliged, waved my hands around a bit and said, "There, now you got the power too. What you got to do is run as fast as you can into the wall." You could just imagine his disappointment when he planted face first into the wall only to discover there was no magical power of walking through walls. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you had fun listening to the podcast. Never forget to subscribe to keep listening to this kind of life-changing podcasts. You can inspire us to keep doing this kind of good work by giving a thumb up or a feedback about the video in comments. Have a good day.